All right. Welcome. I don't think anybody's in here yet, but for those who might pop in, as usual, I'm going to throw this link in the group so that people can join if they want. And then I'll get back to the video here in a second. Please let me know. Thanks for liking the video. Please let me know if my audio sucks. The microphone's a little bit further away from my mouth, so if it sucks, let me know. I can probably change it. And let me know if it's super delayed with my voice. I haven't put much effort into that yet, making sure the mic in my video like all matches great. So I need to put more effort into that for sure. But let me know. Let me know if it sucks so that I know next time. Sweet. Okay. First question. When will shops let Marketplace be available? I mean, right now, you've got people currently getting their shops just randomly approved with Marketplace. And then you also have people that are getting the mid-yellow button, mid-2022 icon. One of my shops does have that. Or it did have that, sorry, and then it just randomly got approved like a week after I saw that. So, and I didn't even know it got approved. I just went to go check. And then after it got approved, it was like, cool, my shop's approved, but just because Marketplace was approved, I wasn't even allowed to publish my shop still because they had just deemed my shop ineligible. So I just ended up deleting that whole shop altogether. But that's one thing that I didn't anticipate was I had messed with my shop so much and changed so many things and added products and tried to get it working and then just decided to wait that all my efforts had actually messed up my shop so much that even when I got approved for Marketplace, it killed all of it. So make sure that you don't have a bunch of alerts on your page that say, it's ineligible or you've been denied and you've already done an appeal and this decision's final, all those kind of messages. Then if you're still waiting for Marketplace to be enabled, you might not even get it anyway, because that's what one of my shops did. But when we were doing all that green dot trick to get things available, I was able to open up like 5 or 6 extra shops. So, and those are all good to go and running. So I don't really have too many of those that have an issue now, just so you know. Again, please, there's viewers in here. Please let me know if my audio makes sense and if it's matched up with the video okay. I just, again, I need to mess with this more. I just like to hop on and wing it. So if it sucks, I need to know about it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Feel free to ask questions. Hey, man. Hey, Evan. What softwares are you using? I pretty much only use FB and Fox. I know that some people are like, do you just promote FB and Fox? It's like, yeah, I promote FB and Fox, but I do that because it's what I started using before I ever promoted them. I used to use Z-Drop a long time ago, and then they just started to fall off. From what I understand, they've gotten decent, but a lot of the people that I talk to don't prefer Z-Drop, but apparently it's got some good features again. But FB and Fox is just always growing and adding stuff, and that's what I use. That's really the only software I use. I'm sure there's something else, but that's the only software I use for that purpose. Did you see, talking about you, Cameron, Christopher, I heard that there was a video about that where they said something about me. I didn't watch it. I had somebody message me on Instagram and point out that, like, hey, they talked about you in a video, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't know. I don't really spend time watching other YouTubers' videos that are on the same topic because that's not helpful to me. I don't feel like I learn anything from the other people when I watch them. I'm sure other people learn a bunch from them, and they all seem cool, but I don't know. I've got other stuff to do. I don't really watch the other YouTubers' videos, so I probably should, but I just don't care to. Okay, how many orders are you getting a day? Right now, so I've got 2 shops that are just kind of on their own, being managed by like other people, and I don't really pay attention to those. I like to, because it doesn't really help you guys to talk about the bigger shops. I mainly talk about the ones that I personally manage, because then it keeps me down kind of at the beginner level. Not that that matters, but it does matter, because then it helps me talk to you guys more about it. If I just talk to you about like how my VAs manage all this crap and it's not really helpful to you. Like, that already makes sense when you say it out loud already. You already get what that means. So my 3 shops that I'm managing just alone, so that I can like be like, oh man, this is hard, or this isn't hard, and I can be in the dirt with how it all feels. I would say those, one gets about 20 a day. Another one gets only like, sometimes it only gets like 5, and then it'll get up to like 13 or so. Like, so it's kind of like on the lower end, which I know for some people is still a lot of orders. But that's what that is. It just kind of is lower for what I see. And then one of them gets anywhere between like 20 to, I would say, like, I think one time I saw it get like 43. But on a great day, one of the shops I remember got like 80 orders, and it was kind of, because I was fulfilling them myself, it was like kind of overwhelming, because my other shops got their normal orders, and then this got 80, and I was like, but I have cheated a little bit and had one of the people taking over my other shop just like swoop in and fulfill some of those, but I try to do most of them myself for those 3 shops, so that I can learn stuff. Like, I'm coming out with a video soon that just talks about how to do a return, because like for some reason out of all these orders I hadn't had a return yet, and I didn't even think about it. And I got one the other day, a return request, and I was like, oh, perfect video idea for people who have never come across that. So I'm in the middle of making that one. I'm messaging a customer back and forth, and then once that's done and I do all the screen recordings, that video will be out. Okay, back to this. How long does it usually take for Marketplace to enable your page and shop? Just did my first. Evan, it is... What are you getting? Are you getting that mid-2022 message? Is that what you're getting? Because if so, I mean, we were getting 1st of January, or early 2022 messages before the mid one happened, and we started getting those like back last fall. So it just all depends. Some people get their shops approved like instantly, and then some people it takes months and months to get it. Okay. Is the Save to FB Inbox function of the Chrome extension working properly for use? Yeah, I don't use the Save to FB Inbox button as much. But I mean, whenever I do use it, it does work. Here, I'll just test it out really quick on my end. So I'm out of the chat, just so you know. I won't see your guys' questions. I'm on Amazon right now. But all right, water bottles. Let's just see what's up. Water bottles. This is gonna post to like all my shops now if I add one of these. All right, let's do this. Amazon bestseller. Save to FBM Fox. So I click the button. It's pulling up the review images for me to select if I want to use any of those. I'm just going to say no. Copy 0 images. And now let me go to my FBM Fox account. Hadn't logged in yet. Okay. It's loading products. Yeah, that water bottle's in my account already. So, yeah, it's working for me. All right. It's been buggy for me. Yeah, sometimes, so not that this is what you guys are doing, but whenever you notice FBM Fox getting buggy, like, it'll start happening to me where it's like not copy pasting the, like, you know, the address is over or something, or like a button's just not doing what I want it to do, or something's not loading. And then I realize I've kept my computer on with like my tabs open for like a week straight, and I haven't ever like shut anything down. So sometimes, like, I know that's the dumbest answer, but sometimes, man, it's like just shutting everything down and turning it all back on and getting a fresh start works. Also, like getting rid of cookies and stuff sometimes. I don't know. What's up? Hello. How are people getting 1,000 orders a day? That's mind-blowing. Well, a lot of the times how you get to that point is, you just throw crap at the wall and see what sticks, and then you will take what does stick, and then you've probably heard this 100 times. You take what sticks, and then you like niche out a little bit from those items. So it's like, if I listed 100 or 200 things, and then like this water jug started selling like crazy, or even if it didn't sell like crazy, but it was selling kind of, then I'm like, okay, well, this water jug has like customizable sleeves and these stupid straws that come out of it, and I'm sure there's cleaning kits that like are for water bottles, or what about different colored lids and other whole water bottles and whatever accessories those have, and holders that go on a bike and holders that go on a treadmill, and like you start branching out, and then whatever sticks from those, you're like, oh, okay, the holders for workout equipment work. Sweet. I'm sure they make those for cell phones and for towels and all. Like you just kind of like snake your way through and follow the breadcrumbs to all these different products. Like that's how I see a lot of other people getting really high order things, and it's not an instant. It's like you build it up over time situation. All right. What's the most popular are you using? What do you mean, Mohammed? I don't know what you mean. Most popular what? That could be supplier, software, products, categories. I don't know. Horsepower. One of my shop payouts got put on hold for no reason, even though my business is running and account health is good. Will I ever get this money, or am I screwed? Really annoying. Any advice helps, my friend. Okay, so I'm also making another video about how Amazon basically just like held all my money hostage. Or not Amazon, sorry. Facebook shops. I had an account do like $4,000 in sales, and just don't know where that money is. I have no idea. Anyway, I finally got my payout because I'd finally got in contact with somebody for like the 10th time, and they said that my shop didn't have a bank account tied to it. And I was like, that doesn't make any damn sense. Of course it does. And I go in there, and sure enough, I do have a bank account tied to my account. Definitely there. I can see the last 4 of the account number. I set it up when I created the shop. No worries, right? And granted, this shop got approved in like February, like halfway through, and then just within this last week is when I got my payout, which is crazy. Anyway, I just went and deleted the bank account and re-added the same exact bank account. 2 days later, I had a $4,500 deposit all at once in my bank account. So it may be stupid, but if you're having held payouts, I can't speak, try removing and adding your bank again. I don't know. It worked for me. And they didn't even tell me to do that. I was just like, okay, if they're not seeing a bank account, maybe there's something weird going on. So, and maybe that has something to do with like inputting it when our shop wasn't approved. And then once your shop gets approved, like it didn't kick in their system that there is a bank. So it was just, it's not on purpose holding your stuff. It just doesn't know where to send the money for some reason. Okay. Is Amazon still work with you? Yeah, my Amazon account got kicked, which is part of that video that I'm going to talk about. I have a whole I got like 5 or 10 videos like in the running right now. But I'm putting more effort into my videos, so they're, I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional. Anyway, Amazon banned my other account, which is like a whole damn thing that's annoying, but I just used a different Amazon account and I've been using that. So, I'm sure that one will get kicked no problem, but so far it hasn't. Okay. Also, sorry if the camera shakes. It's like kind of on my desk. I have a stand-up desk now. All right. I mean, when viewing a listing on Facebook, is the save to FBA function working for you? I don't know. I don't save products from Facebook. I've never done that. So I'm not sure. Any tool or product research method that you recommend to find products? Horsepower? You the man. Don't even. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Everybody look at Horsepower's comment. Thanks for the super chat. All right. I mean, okay. Ugh. You interrupted me, Horsepower. Now I'm all off my game. Damn it. All right. Any tool or product research method that you recommend to find products that sell without boosts? Ernesto, I don't know if you commented this before I said the whole breadcrumb thing, but list products, find what's selling, and then branch off of those products, list similar things and accessories to those things, and just keep doing that and only following the products that work. I do that. Works for me. And then I love to just experiment sometimes. Like I love to just list the most random stuff because like it's like fishing. I don't know. That might be a dumb comparison, but it's like fishing kind of to me where if like I just throw a bunch of stuff out there like bait and then see what bites. Like I love it. I just think that's the most rewarding thing is when something just randomly takes off. I'm like, that's the dumbest product, but hey, random dads after work are like searching it and buying it for no reason. All right. The one thing I don't get, one day I'll get 500 views and the next day I'll get 40 views. It's so up and down. Yeah, to be completely honest, the whole Facebook game is like so sporadic and volatile. Like there's no rhyme or reason to a lot of it. Now, people hate on me for saying that, but like that it's just like so random or whatever, but I mean, you're stupid and lying to yourself if you think it's like a formula. Like yes, a formula will help you get better results, but there's no way to promise anything. So just list and then branch off of the listings that work. That's usually the best method that I've always found successful. All right. Do you find that you get more orders the faster you fulfill orders? You know, I do. I actually do. If I take forever to fulfill orders, it seems like I don't get any more orders until I interact with those orders, which is kind of doesn't make any sense because there's no way for Facebook to know that I bought the items. Like, and you probably also mean like when you put in tracking numbers, but I'm just talking about when I like literally I'll get all my orders. Like let's say I have like 20 orders or 30 orders. I'll go buy all those items, right? Like I'll wake up and buy all those things. And then Facebook doesn't know because it's not like I did anything with Facebook. But then I swear, as soon as I get done buying stuff, for the rest of the day, I get more orders. And I'm like, maybe it's coincidental also because I wake up and then like most of the world wakes up probably around, I'm sure it's like super coincidental, but yeah, I do find that. That's kind of a weird coincidence that happens. Okay, great to catch you live. How are you doing this fine day? Over 50 and free. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Thanks, Ernesto. Okay. My marketplace is disabled. Any trick to get it activated again? Not right now, not that I know of. But if something comes up and for some reason the whole world starts holding it hostage again, I'll do my best to find it out so that I can give it to you guys. Can you post on FBMP items in different cities at the same time? You'd have to make different listings from what I understand. I mean, I don't really mess with the different cities thing anymore. I used to do that a lot, but I found that like there was a while where I was doing that and it didn't do any good for me, so I stopped doing it. But no, not like if you post one item, you can't just like do a bunch of different cities. So you just have to do more of the same listing with different pictures and stuff. All right, I was setting up more shops, but noticed that the last few accounts, when I get to the business setup screen, it only gives me Missouri. Have you seen this? It's happened to 3 accounts and I live in Texas. No, but I haven't really opened any more shops since whenever that trick was happening. I have like 8 total shops and now I don't really mess with them. I don't make any new ones now. So I haven't had that happen, but yeah, I don't know, that's weird. I'm sure there's I'm sure there's like a normal ass reason for it, but without me seeing it, I don't know. I wait 24 hours to fulfill because in my experience, every time I mark it shipped, then the customer wants to return. LOL. That makes sense. I don't really have that issue too much, but I can see why if that's happening to you all the time. Like I just got my first return request, which is, I don't know if you were here. So I think you were here a second ago. I'm making a video on how to do a return for people like who just don't know. Welcome everybody. Please like the video, because if so, then it lets me make sure I can buy my wife more churros every time I go to Disney World. It's very helpful. All right. Checking my phone. Oh, I gotta check my email, everybody. And we're back. Alright. My shop got accepted this morning. Do I need to delete all my Facebook Marketplace listings? No. No. I have marketplace and shops running simultaneously. You can do both. They don't like link together. When we talk about getting Facebook Marketplace enabled, it doesn't post it on your personal Facebook Marketplace. It just puts the listings that are in your shop and kind of like pushes them out on the marketplace part of the platform. So no, you can do both, and they'll be like separate. How much markup do we need to put? DB Cooper, I like to do 45 to 50%. I used to be 50% across the board, and I lowered it to 45 to 50. But on my shop, I'll do 45, and then I do a $5 shipping across the board. And depending on how cheap the item is, I made about $2,000 worth of profit off of one item that I made 60% profit on, because once it tacked on the $5 shipping, these people were buying them like crazy. I don't understand. So I like to do 45 with a little bit of shipping. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Good. I'm glad you're doing great. How long does it take to enable the shipping option on Facebook Marketplace on a new account, and how to enable it? So I haven't done it in a while, but when I first started my channel, I have videos out there where I started a second account. And I started a second account and kind of gave up on it, so there's a huge gap before I filled people back in on my second account. But it took about 2 months. Like literally on the day I started my new Facebook account, 2 months exactly, I got the shipping option. Now, I can't remember, now that it's been so long, if that was just because I checked it then, or if that was actually like approved then. Because I might have just waited coincidentally 2 months just to log in again and then notice I had it. But for a while I was like trying to like groups and interact and comment on fake crap all over the place and like season my account like that we used to tell you. I don't know if any of that matters, but eventually I have 2 accounts. And that account is the account that I interact with the Facebook group on. So, yep. I guess that doesn't matter, but yeah. All right. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. Miguel, I stopped Facebook dropshipping like 5 months ago and was doing well with a VA, all on Facebook Marketplace, not Facebook shops. I'm very knowledgeable with softwares, etc. Why is my chances of killing it, if I return? What? Miguel, what are you saying? Are you trying to get me to sell you on coming back and dropshipping on Facebook? I don't care if you do that. Do what you want to do, Miguel. You said you're super knowledgeable and have been doing it. Do it. Why would I recommend dropshipping on Facebook? I don't know, because I make thousands of dollars a month extra as a side hustle because of it. That's good enough. Let's go to Disney here in Florida. I'll pay. Dude, I go there. I literally go to Disney World in Florida, which is the only Disney World, like 4 or 5 times a year. I'm going in May. I'll be there in May. In fact, I'll be there. I don't know if it's smart to tell you guys this stuff, but I will be in Disney World May 24th through the 27th, I think. And then again, I'll probably go again in August, and then again sometime in winter. And yeah. All right. Hi, Cameron. My dropshipping is so slow, it has actually died. Any suggestions on how to jumpstart? Muchas gracias. Did I say that badly? All right. Mine dies all the time, and then it just like sparks out of nowhere. And I notice that most when it dies is when I stop listing. When I get super lazy, that's when I notice my shop dies, or my marketplace, or any of it. So it's literally, you just need to keep churning items out and be super honest with yourself. Are you really listing as much as you could? Because I made a video that was like, it said like lies on the thing or whatever, and it was all about like, no, you don't have to list a lot, which is true. You don't have to make money. Like, you won't make as much money, but you don't have to. Like, Facebook's not going to frown upon you if you don't list every day. But if you don't list all the time, you're just not going to put your products out there in front of the eyeballs, and you're just not going to see what sticks, and that does matter. So I just notice I don't get as much sales when I stop listing. All right. DB Cooper, the best cities to drop ship in the marketplace. I don't know. I don't mess with cities anymore. I don't really customize that. I just ship from the city I live in. All right. We love Disney, but I do love the water parks. Have you gone to the water parks? I've never been to the water parks. No. Nope. Do you read about the guy that bought the Disney World year food pass thing and only ate his meals at Disney World. Super cool loophole and saved so much money on food. I haven't seen that, no. I'm usually really into Disney news and all that stuff, and I'm like up to date on all that. But no, I've never heard of that specifically. I've heard about the couple who lived there at the resorts for like a whole year. Like they, instead of having a home and doing all that, they like just lived at like the resorts for an entire year. And I'm like, damn, that sounds expensive. So, yeah. I stopped when I was with ZDrop, Zik Analytics for research. What softwares would you recommend for automation? Dude, I only use FBM Fox. That's all I use. I will be coming out with a video soon on like USA Drop, which is like a China fulfillment place. I don't currently use them, but like I'm looking at their website and talking about what they offer and stuff. But I don't use them. I use FBM Fox. That's pretty much it, because I like to do stuff myself. FBM Fox does have VA stuff in there, but I don't use it for that. Even though I know people who do. But okay. Also, hopefully one of these lights doesn't die. I've got like 6 lights on right now. I got like a purple light and blue light. These 2 stupid blue lights behind me. Another light from my face, and then this light. It's insane. Okay. Hi, my man. Sell is not booming. 4 or 5 sales a week. What kind of product should I list? Any suggestions? Sharuk, if that's how you say your name. I mean, did you watch my video on the 10 products to sell? It's got a stupid like zipper opening up on the thumbnail that I made. Those kind of things, even those categories, those are still selling well for me even after making that video, which normally doesn't happen. Normally I make one of those videos and then my sales plummet. But those things are still, I think 8 out of 10 of those things are still selling for me really well. What FBM Fox plan to use? I believe, let me look at my extension. I think it's the $99 plan. It has 2,000 items. That's the one I'm using for my like 3 shops that I'm like managing all by myself. So that's what I use. Okay. You're missing out on the water parks. A lot of fun. I do like Universal. I've been to Universal a couple times. I probably am missing out on the water parks. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about like Disney World. But I've been to Universal twice when we first started going down there. And then we stopped. He said we were going to give it a break. Because to do like all the fast pass stuff for them, it was like $500 per person per day. And it was like, we'd rather just be at Disney World. Why are so many people here getting their shops closed down? I don't know, because that hasn't happened to me. But you know you'll hear about it when it does. Does Omar, I'm assuming you mean like FBM Fox. Does it help you easily post products on shops like it does with Marketplace? Yeah, hell yeah it does. Like, I don't even really dropship on Marketplace at the moment because it's so much easier to post stuff to shops than it is to Marketplace. Like, I know you can just hit a button and it lists it straight to Marketplace and you can just quickly edit it. It like takes no time at all. But I love the bulk upload option, which just like I can literally see a whole page of items and just hit a button and it bulk uploads everything all at once. So yeah, it's not only is it like that, but it's like super way easier than that. All right, I create a Facebook account and page 10 days ago. Can create shop now. Please guide me. Fantastic. All right. I mean, you can. Maybe. You have to create a Facebook page first, and then you create a shop on that Facebook page. So do that. I also made a whole video like a while back that's like, it says like create page plus shop on the thumbnail. It's all about creating a page and getting a shop going. Also in my course, it talks about that stuff. But I'm pretty sure I have a video that shows you that stuff too. Bye. You don't manually post. I heard it gets more views than bulk upload. So yeah, there's no really reason why it would. Yes, manually posting is good because you're just more intentional with what you're doing. When you bulk upload, you're not really messing with the photos. If you're like me, at least, I'm not going in and customizing titles. And you know softwares. Software is just like a thing that just executes an action, right? So when you bulk upload stuff, the software is just grabbing all the information, putting it up there like it's designed to do. It's going to make mistakes sometimes, especially if you're not going to babysit it. So, yes, I bulk upload stuff, and I bet half the stuff doesn't sell simply because it's a crappy way it posts. Or like, it has some stupid brand name in the first part of the title, and immediately that's going to shut people down. Like, I know that going into it, that half the things just aren't going to swing because the software is uploading it without me babysitting it. Manually, statistically, I bet it does get way more success or have a better success rate, but you have to put a lot more effort into it too. So if you're willing to do that and have the time, hell yeah, manually post. I would love that. I'm just not going to do that. It's just not me. My whole thing is, and I've had people comment to me about it before, it's like, about me like being lazy and doing all this stuff. It's like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm being lazy. I'm not doing this for like a full-time job. It's a side hustle, and that's how I'm gonna treat it. I'm not gonna treat it like a job. I've got 2 other jobs like that I actually work on. This and the YouTube channel is already a lot of work. So I'm doing this the simple way, and it's helped a lot of people out to learn it that way from me because, I've had people personally message me that are like teachers, and one guy messaged me, he was like a priest that just wanted to make like a side income, and he started making money because of my videos, and I was like, oh, that makes me feel so good. And it was like, because I like to do it the simple way, so that's how I'm going to teach people to do it. There are other people that like to teach it the complicated way, but you got to think, it's like being a famous person, right? So many millions of people want to be famous. Like so many people want to be a famous person or an athlete or whatever, but so few people make it. So there's no point in teaching you exactly how to do what the few people who made it did, because most of you aren't going to go out and do that. I'm not even going to go out and do that. And I'm the one talking about it. I'd rather teach you guys ways to get some success than how to get great success, and then it just sounds so complicated and is overwhelming and you never start. So that's all. That's a little rant. Okay. How do you bulk upload from the Amazon webpage? I mean, you just pull up Amazon, go to like the bestsellers tab. This isn't what I typically do, but like just for example. And in the bottom corner, there should be like 2 buttons that pop up that are like the same button. One's upload and one's export. Like right now I'm on the Amazon page and there's 2 orange buttons, and the top one says upload 45 products because the code read 45 products on the page. If I hit that, it will send it to my FBM Fox account. I go to my actual FBM Fox account in the browser that I like log into and everything, not the extension, but my actual account. And then you have to go to the 3rd item on the tabs on the side, and there's a thing called bulk uploader. So when you uploaded all those products via that button, it doesn't just put them right on your shop right away. You actually have to go to this bulk uploader tab, select the template that you want all those items to be like tailored to, and then you have to actually start the upload under the actions on the right side of your screen, and it'll say how many product links it caught and all that kind of stuff. Then that will slowly upload them into your actual products tab, and once it's done, they should show up in your shop as long as you have your feed link pasted in your shop settings, which I've made videos on that too. Feel free to go check that out. So there's a couple extra steps other than just hitting that button, but it's basically hitting that button. All right, back to the chat. Where are we at? Anyone selling shops enabled? Oh, AC, are you asking if people are like selling shops that they've gotten enabled? Because if so, I might delete that comment. All right. How do you, okay. My FBM shipping option not available. What can I do? Right now, all you can really do is wait. I'm sure there's things you can do to do it, but like all of them like aren't really proven. There's not really like the only thing you can try to do is contact customer support and like figure that out. Does TBA tracking affect the account if there are any risk of suspension or fund holds? TBA tracking will get your funds held for longer than you would like them to. So, kinda. The last video I posted talks like all about that. Okay. The button never works for me. Damn. I don't know. You might need to reach out to them. I mean, it works for me all the time. That's like all I use. Do you use the same bulk list on all your shops? Yeah. So the 3 shops that I personally run, I use the same exact bulk list link from one account, and I upload to all 3 of my shops the same exact products, and all 3 of my shops sell completely different products. So it's just kind of funny how like none of it makes any sense, but it works. What do you do if you get suspended? Get suspended from what? You just mean like my Facebook or my Amazon, or what suspended? I'm assuming you mean the Facebook account or my I don't know. AC shops closed. Help. I don't have help for you, AC. Sorry. If your shop gets closed, all you can do is try to make a new one. I mean, people do sell them, but I don't recommend any of that, just because not that I don't recommend it, like you shouldn't do it. You never hear me talk about it because I've never done it. So I would be lying to you if I said, hey, I've done this. So I just would rather not like say, yeah, go do that, because I don't know if it works. How to avoid Amazon account suspensions? I don't know. I've heard a bunch of stuff. I don't know if any of it's real, because all I hear is people like me telling you what to do. I don't know, because I've never personally done it. I've got my biggest Amazon account did get suspended, and that sucks. But best thing you can do is, from what I hear, keep your list of addresses really short. So instead of making a new address every time you go fulfill an order, edit the previous one you already did, so it keeps it a really short list. Try to do as little returns as you can. I've heard that one, even though I never listened to it. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, your address, your phone number, your credit cards, all that stuff, if you get one shut down and you use all the same information, eventually, even your IP address, like people talk about using VPS and VPN to do all this stuff. There's services you can use to like fake where you're at too, like, but it's just for the purpose of using Amazon. Like, there's all sorts of stuff, but I don't know. I don't use any of that crap. Okay. Post more videos on different product research methods. I mean, I'll try. Problem is, I only do it like 2 ways. So I only ever talk about that, like how I do it. I do have one video that I'm going to do, and it's going to be like a vlog style, where I like hold the camera up and I'm like, what's up guys, blah, blah, blah. And I just like go around my house and I'm like, all right, we're going to do like a 10 product challenge of just crap in my house. And we're going to see what the results are. And I'm going to go and like into like each room and find one stupid thing and be like, I use that all the time. I bet that sells. And I'm going to list them. And I mean, that's going to be the gist of the video, is like, look around your damn house and see what stupid stuff you find yourself needing. Like, you know, like one stupid thing is like, I noticed that a while back, my wife and I bought like a pill cutter so that we could give my dog some medicine. And I was just like, you know what? I bet a lot of people don't think about selling that, because it's something that when you need it, you're going to buy it because you have to have it. Or like dog cone things for like when they go to the vet, like stupid stuff. It's always that stuff you're not thinking about, because when you go to think like, man, what should I sell? Your first thoughts are like chairs or shelves and like stupid stuff like that everyone's first thought is. Like, they're not stupid products, but they're common. You need to think about the stuff that I sell the most of is the most random, stupid stuff. It's crazy. All right. I had an order refunded to the customer from Facebook, and I wasn't even informed. Did it happen to you? No, that's not happened to me, but that has happened to a bunch of people. There was a huge point of time last year where that was happening, and people were losing like thousands of dollars because of that. So it never happened to me, but which is why I don't have a video talking much about it, other than just like saying I've heard people had it happen. Hey man, I got instantly banned from Facebook after listing my first 2 items. Damn. I didn't get any violations in my support inbox. I'm trying to get the account back. I've never heard of that, Richard. That sucks. Sorry that happened. When I enabled my FB and Fox and Chrome extension, it says this extension violates the Chrome Web Store policy. Have you seen that? Yeah, I did get that, I think, at one point, but it never did anything. I still use it, so I don't know. I think they updated something. I got that a while back when I logged on one day. Total profit this month. Total profit this month. with the shops that I manage alone, which is the stuff I mainly, I'll add it all up, but the shops, I think it's roughly, so far this month, I mean, it's only the 6th, I'm at about, it's like 15 to 2,000 for just those ones, and then I think it's about 8 total profit for the ones that I just have people manage, but that won't really be a full 8 profit because I'll take out of that profit to pay the people that manage it. So it's like a whole different thing. Yeah. But last month, like if you want a full month example, the 3 shops that I did, because they're doing better this month already, but the 3 shops that I did last month, it totaled like almost $5,000 because they were like only had about a month of stuff, and I was kind of lazy like for like 2 weeks in the middle of there, but I still thought that was pretty damn good for being lazy. I mean, $4,000 as a side, I mean, that's great. And then the other 3 shops did about, after I paid people, I think I cleared about like 23,000, but before that it was close to like somewhere between 25 and 30,000. So, yeah, that's kind of where it's at. I know that's, to a lot of people, that's just like, that's nothing. And then a lot of people are like, holy crap, like that's a lot. It just matters of where you're at. Yeah. So that's what this month is looking like. It's on pace to be a little better, but I don't know. You never know. Sometimes they all die at once, and then you have a whole week where you're like, I made $20, and you're like, oh, sweet. Nathaniel, I answered this question already, but honestly, it ranges anywhere from like I'll get 4 items a day to like at most I'll get like 60 to 80 items a day. It's just it's so random, but I would say if I'm averaging, it's like 20 to 30, maybe. But again, sometimes I wake up and I go to bed and I didn't get any orders. Never know. Is it the PayPal setup maybe a solution for the Facebook auto refund? Maybe we'll have the right to defend ourselves. Enrique, I don't really know. I don't know. I'd be lying to you if I said I knew. And I try not to lie to you guys as much as I want to. No, I don't want to lie to you. All right. Sweet. Hit a hot product and you'll hit 20 orders a day. LOL. Pretty much. Yep. Cody. Be careful. My bad. Oh, man, I don't care. You're good. Do you only use Amazon as a supplier? Pretty much. Even though I just got an account suspended, I'm pretty much just like, I don't care. I'm going to keep doing it until I can't do it anymore. So just because I want to see where the limits are so that I can tell you guys where the limits are. I mean, honestly, when Amazon kicked my account off, the thing that pissed me off the most about it was that it was my actual like normal personal account, which was stupid of me to use anyway. But like, I think I got away with it for so long because I'd had it for years, right? And like I had actual normal purchases on it, and like, you know, I think that kind of helped me. But that's just, again, a bunch of guessing. Who the hell knows? The thing that made me most frustrated is that like my wife buys a lot of Kindle books on there, and it like shut the account down, and like she can't, like we don't have access to those yet, and I'm still trying to get access, even though they say like you can still access that stuff. So like be careful with that, I guess. I didn't really care about the account. I just cared about like, now my wife's life is a little harder. All right. What will you get hit with a trademark or copyright violation? So I've never personally got one of those, but I've seen people in the group post about them, and it seems like it's always with like sports stuff that has like sports branding on it, or car stuff. A lot of the times it's that. So like I remember for a long time I was posting videos about like selling like Ford keychains and Chevy keychains with the logo, and that was fine for the longest time. And even on Amazon, the photos, they had like the logos on them. But people started getting kicked with those violations. And now when you go on Amazon, you type in like Ford Mustang keychain. There's like all the people who like uploaded those products on Amazon put stupid little like leaf graphics over them. Like they're like a little like shine mark over the logo. So that it's like not the logo, but it is. So that stuff's really bad. I still sell that stuff sometimes, but yeah. All right. Cody, I got my shop hit with a Section 4. How to get around this? I can't remember what a Section 4 is. Can you tell me what that is? I don't have like the violation chart in front of me that tells me that stuff. Can we make a Facebook account or a Facebook Marketplace with a fake name? Yeah, I've made 2 of them before. Yep, go for it. I don't know how far you'll get with it, but go for it. I have one. Will you get hit with a trademark? Okay, I already said that one. Thank you. No problem, Enrique. Omar, so since you use the bulk uploader, you only use stock images? Yes. Now, sometimes what I'll do is if somebody asks me a question on Facebook shops, like it says like in the comments and whatever inquiry section on your Facebook shop, if I notice I'm getting a lot of questions, what I'll do is I'll go into my FV and Fox account and then I will fix that item. So I'll be like, you know what? Maybe I'll change the picture, or maybe I'll leave the picture because obviously it's gathering people's attention. So I'm like, I kind of make that judgment call, but I make sure now that because people are seeing that, I go and fix the title, and then I'll go and fix the description, pretty it up, put like proper spacing, get rid of stuff, and put whatever information I keep getting asked and make sure it's clear in the description. That's about as much as I do with the product, only if it's starting to get attention. Okay. Are you using Prime for delivery on Amazon? Hell yeah, Ernesto, I am. That's all I do. All right, since you use the... Okay. Because Facebook requires documents on $600 or more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I just... Whenever that happens, I just put my same information in. I've never had a problem. I put my social, my address, all that stuff. I've never had a problem. Now, my main account that sells more, that's like sells just as good as my actual real account, it's my wife's info. So the address matches my address with the bank account and all that crap. So I don't know. Using Prime for delivery on Amazon. Yes. Nathaniel, where are you hiring your VAs? The VAs that I have, I didn't really find anywhere. It was actually word of mouth stuff. So of course you can go in the Facebook group, and as long as you get the information before I go and block the person entirely that posts about VAs in the group, you might be able to find somebody. There's a lot of VAs that just spam the comments of every damn post on there. Then I'm just always removing them because this is not a VA group. There's groups for that. I would recommend go looking for those. But yeah, mine I've just had for a little. It's been a few people that just when I first started, I kind of got in touch with through people who were already drop shipping that were telling me about stuff, and then I just so I didn't really go to Fiverr. People say go to Fiverr and find them. That's fine. I just haven't done that, so I don't ever talk about it. But yep. Ryan, thanks for the helpful tips. Only averaging about $35 to $50 a week so far, but I'm less than a month in. Hey man, less than a month in? Not gonna say that's great, but it's not bad. I mean, some people go. Oh, my light just died. Damn it. Some people go a whole, I don't know, multiple months and never even make $1. So I would say you're good. Okay. How good are your VAs? I don't know. I don't test them. They make me money. They just do little tasks for me. I guess they're good because those shops are doing great. Okay, I have a shop that I'm banned, but my products still have Marketplace enabled. Hell yeah, I love that. Cody, Section 4 is the one where you need likes and followers to be trusted seller. I'm thinking I should have bought followers. Oh, okay, yeah. I have 2 shops that make a bunch of money that have that same thing on there. I have, seriously, all my shops, I don't think I have more than 10 followers on any of my shops, and that's just natural people coming across it and following it. I've never bought followers. I've never requested people to follow it. I have one shop that literally has 1 follower, and it made $3,000 last month on its own. So, and that's $3,000 profit. So it did $6,000 in sales. So I don't know. I've never worried about that, even if it tells me I need to. So I don't know. Slide it in. Show me how much you love me. All right, Jennifer. Sweet. Ryan Taylor. Thank you. Thank you for the Hey You super chat. I think that's what those are called. You the best. You're the best, Ryan. Okay. Sales have been picking up lately. Has anyone else been getting increased volume lately? It was dead for so long. Honestly, my last 2 days have been kind of dead. I haven't sold much on these 3 that I've been making, like doing myself. I haven't been doing much. But also I haven't been listing anything like I talked about. So it's, again, proof that, you need to list some. Do you talk to your VAs over the phone or just text or email them? I use Skype for most of the VA purposes. Another thing I'm doing, which I'm going to make a whole video series about, is, and I've mentioned it in previous video, I have a dude that offers like one of those services where you just pay them up front, like a huge fee. I say huge because for a lot of people it is huge. But they manage a whole Amazon store for you, or a whole Facebook shop, or 2 shops, or however many you want for however much you want to pay. And at that point, they just they get you in contact with an account manager, and then they just handle it all for you. So this is my first month doing it, so I'm waiting to see how it all plays out because there are some hiccups in the beginning or whatever. But they manage all those hiccups and handle customer support. They fulfill, I don't have to do anything other than sign up for it. It's the coolest thing. So if you get to that point where you're ooh, I can spend some money to make more money, boom, I'm about it. If you're interested, email me and I'll get you in touch with that person. So because so far it's been badass, and I've had a couple people message me, sign up for it, and they think it's great. So just putting that out there if you're interested. It's not my service, so I don't care if you want to do it or not. I'm just saying I love it so far. I just think it's super cool. All right. How many products do you list a day with Bulk Uploader? I don't list every day because I'm a lazy man. But if I do, sometimes I do 300 because it takes 2 seconds. Or sometimes I do just 60. It's just because it's just 2 clicks, you're good. I would worry about it. I didn't, and now my green marketplace dot has been deactivated, which is 90% of my sales of views. Damn, Cody, that sucks, man. Maybe I should worry more about it. How many items do you currently have on your best shop? Also, out of those products, how many sell consistently? That's a great question. Let me look. So my all 3 of the shops I manage, they have the same exact list of products from the Bulk Uploader. They get products feeded to them from the same link. There's about 1,100 items posted, right? I would say one sells like crazy on each shop, or one shop has one item that sells like crazy, and then another shop has another item that's completely different, even though they have the same products with the same pricing, same images, descriptions, everything. Nothing's different on any of these shops other than the name of the shop. That's it. I one item usually sells like crazy, and then you'll get a handful of sales just from random items here and there. So out of 1,100 things, now granted I use the Bulk Uploader, so I bet more things would sell if I had manually uploaded all of those. But I never would have manually uploaded all of those because I never would have taken the time to do it. So I took less time bulk uploading and got more results than if I probably would have manually uploaded. But that's not really a good argument because manual uploading is probably still better. So I just don't do it very much. Okay. Product in 15 minutes with... Sweet. AC, how much do they charge? If you're talking about a service, how much does the service cost? I think it's $9,000 or $10,000. It's significant. But if you're to that level where you're hey, I think they're starting this money back guarantee thing too, where you basically will go in, you pay them, and then they will if you don't get your money back by the time you renew. So I can't remember how long it is. I have the details. If you email me, I can send you that stuff. But yeah, the money back thing's basically by the time if you want to renew your subscription, your money back guarantee will deduct anything you didn't make back off of your new subscription or whatever. And yeah, I mean, either way, it's a high upfront cost considering where you're at, depending on who you are. But if you make your money back profit-wise in 6 months, then that money was just sitting there for you, right? You weren't doing anything with it. Then after 6 months, you're just making profit, or 5 months, or however long it takes for you, 4, I don't know. That's just passive money at that point. Once you get, because you get your money back, of course, as you start to build up profit, and then you surpass what you paid. It's cool as hell. How much markup percentage do you use on FE and Fox? I use 0.45 or 1.45, which is 45%, and then I do $5 shipping across the board. So when you bulk uploading, you don't know what products you're listing. For the most part, Richard, what I do is I'll go to the Amazon, right, and I'll think of a random product, or I'll look around when I'm like out at Target, and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of cool. Like I just kind of get inspiration from stuff, right? So, like let's say like these scissors. I know this is dumb. I always just pick a random thing on my desk. So I'll type in like, I'll be like, okay, well, I'm not going to do normal scissors. What about fabric scissors? Something like that. I try to always think of something that's different than what I found, but is in the same category. So I'll type into Amazon like fabric cutting scissors, or like novelty scissors, or just some kind of different adjective scissors. Then 80 things pop up on the search results, and I bulk upload all those 80 things. So like, sometimes it'll also bulk upload like books that my wife bought, or like I'll buy camera equipment, and like it'll upload like battery chargers and stuff. And there's a bunch of random crap that goes on my shop that never sells. But yeah, sometimes. All right. As a person who's making $50 a day on Marketplace, when is a good time to switch to shop? I have no experience in shops. Dude, switch to a shop whenever. Right now, some people aren't having any success because they're only sticking with Marketplace when shops is what they're promoting. So shops is getting a lot of push for a lot of people because Facebook wants shops to take off because they just kind of started it in the grand scheme of things. So start a shop. It doesn't hurt you to. Go for it. Do you ever use customer photos from reviews to post an item with? Also, do you mainly list items for under $100, or do you post a lot of big ticket items as well? So it's kind of weird. I like to stick to cheap stuff because I think cheap stuff is what people are going to impulse buy. So I like to stick to things that only cost me like anywhere between $7 to like $20 to purchase, and then they're going to cost the customer anywhere between like $10 or $18 or $20 to like $50 to buy, because a lot of people that I know just sit on their damn phone and then they're like just buy crap randomly. It's just becoming a thing that people do. So that's what I like to do. But when I bulk upload stuff, I was bulk uploading like garden stuff one time, and I accidentally bulk uploaded like super expensive dog houses, and I didn't even know that I did that. And I had an order that somebody bought this $500 dog house on my shop. And it cost me like $300 to buy, but it cost them $500 on Facebook because of my markup or whatever. I can't remember what it was. It was like $500 to $600. So that one sale alone, I made like $200 off of, and I can't believe somebody bought that, but it happened, and I didn't even anticipate it. I didn't even know I had that on there. It was great. It only happened like once or twice. I say twice because it happened with a cheaper item, but it was like a similar circumstance. Okay. Is it risky to use FB and Fox to bulk upload on Marketplace? No. It's just data. It's just like product stuff. It's not a big deal. Wise AF man. Thank you. And to the first part of your question, I don't really use customer photos too much, but you totally should. I will admit, I don't use customer photos that much because that would mean I'd have to go in there and change stuff, and I'm just too lazy. Like I said, I like doing stuff the simple way because I don't have time to worry about all that. And I don't want to. I'd rather figure out how to do it the lazy way so that you guys can do it with as minimal effort as possible and get some success rather than do 40 hours a week or more figuring every little detail out and then getting maybe some success. Like, let's just do it the easy way. That's how I feel. So that's what I do. But I will say that when I do bulk upload stuff, more often than not, the stuff that gets more sales are things that aren't white backgrounds. Now, I get a lot of white background photo sales, right? But the items that like blow up are usually just something that happened to have something that wasn't a customer review image, but it wasn't a stale white background either. Like, it was something that actually had a background, if that makes sense. Richard, you said FB and Fox with a question mark. What was that about? Oh, I'm assuming it's from when you said when you bulk upload. Yes. with shops? Do they need to be niche targeted or can they be generalized? So I've got a shop that's called like Furniture Funhouse. I made it for my course. And I in the course I go through how to make a shop and do all that. So it's the shop in there, and I put products on it, and it's obviously like a furniture shop, right? But I sell gardening crap on it. I sell like home stuff, of course, which kind of fits in the furniture. I've sold car stuff. It really doesn't matter. I don't know if Facebook looks at that stuff. Maybe they'll start to at some point. I haven't found that it matters. Have you tried bulk orders? LOL. No, but I'm going to. The guy who started FB and Fox, he did text me the other day and was like, hey man, like you got to try it. I can't live without it now. So I do need to try it. I just haven't yet because I just haven't gone in there to make sure I can learn it. Because as soon as I learn it, I want to talk to you guys about it. But I've just been busy because I've got videos that I need to make. I've got my actual business that's growing. That's like my videography business that I do here where I live. All that kind of stuff. So I haven't personally used it, but I'm excited to. Do you delete listings that don't ever sell? Eventually, yeah. Usually just when I'm like, I should probably delete stuff, and then I go in. But it's not like a must do for me. It's not something that like I rely on. It's just if I'm like, I want to clean things up. It's just personal choice. My throat's starting to hurt. I've been talking too much. We'll probably stop this soon. We've been going for over an hour. Do you have a separate course for shops, or is it combined with your marketplace dropshipping shipping course? It is part of the same course, but I always have it listed currently as half off because I'm treating it as if you're only paying for one of them, even though you get both. Because in some of the dropshipping shops parts, there is some coming soon content that I'm still working on. But it's way less. I updated a lot more of it, so there's way less coming soon stuff in there. But it is all part of the same course, so you get both. That's all. All right. But I'm not against splitting it up. Like I could just do a whole nother course that's where I split it and just do half the price, I guess. But that's why the whole thing's half price right now. All right. Richard, man, I was hyped to start selling on Facebook. I made a new account and got into shipping. Got the shipping option after like 2 weeks. That's cool. I'm thinking I got banned because I started listing things in quantity immediately. Maybe. I just don't know. Here's the thing. I've had some people... I forget this sometimes. Omar, I don't run any ads ever. I'm not against it. It works for people. I just don't do it. Because, again, I'm not going to put that much effort in. I forget that when you start a new account and you start dropshipping, or just start selling on Marketplace, like let's say you even just were selling stupid stuff on Marketplace from your house. I had so many people comment on my videos. Sometimes they come across my videos because they're worried about Marketplace stuff, and they're normal people that aren't dropshippers come across my videos because I talk about Marketplace, right? Duh. I didn't need to explain that. But they will comment and be like, look, I don't even do whatever the hell you're talking about, but I have this problem. And it seems like nowadays... it's almost like Facebook allows you to start and then they're like, cut it off, let us review everything real quick. And then it just takes a little bit before they're finally like, all right, you're good. We looked over your stuff. It's almost like no matter what, everybody has to go through like the growing pain of like getting banned once on Facebook. It's like a rite of passage when you start a new account. So I don't know. Jan, thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Nathaniel, on one of my shops, I have a warning symbol, and on all my products saying they won't show up in shops, but will show up in Marketplace. What should I do? Usually it's the opposite. I mean, if they don't show up in shop, but they will show up in Marketplace, without me seeing it, I wouldn't care. As long as they show up in Marketplace, I say you're good. But that's kind of weird. But I don't know if they hit Marketplace and then it doesn't show up when it navigates to your shop. That's what I'd be concerned about. But, yeah, I also, if you're using the bulk uploader, I can't remember if you said you are, I have a whole video about, like, the error codes with FB and Fox. Even if you don't use FB and Fox, you might check that video out because it talks about those type of things and why they pop up and what you need to do to fix them. So, just so you know, I get warnings and error codes all the time on my products, but I don't pay attention to them because as long as you have certain ones good, Facebook doesn't care. It's more of just, like, trying to help you. So, some of it you don't got to worry about. I don't think they will ban or disable you. No, Facebook's treating it more like they're just alerting you that this product is missing information most of the time. Or it's like a medical product and the image flagged or something. Like, it's stupid. I remember in the middle of COVID, like they had those like thermometer guns or whatever, and like I listed one of those and it was like, that's medical equipment. You can't sell it, even though people were selling it online already. Like, you never know. Omar, that is a great question for something I was just talking about. So anything that could be mistaken as medical stuff, even like nail clippers, or like, I don't know if you've seen those like jade rollers. They're like those little like handles with like a little stone on the end and like roll on your face for like skincare. I tried to list those. My wife does skincare stuff, and so I know a lot about how that world works. And I was selling those because like, damn, those sell like crazy. And they got flagged for medical equipment. And I'm like, okay, even though I totally saw people selling those too. So anything medical, guns, blades, like even if I tried to sell like a camo backpack one time, and it was like a tactical backpack, but it had like a knife in the image to like demonstrate that you could use it, and it caught that and flagged the hell out of it. So you just have to avoid that type of stuff. Also, digital currency like memorabilia. For a while I was selling like fake cryptocurrency coins that are just like collectible things that, like, if you're into cryptocurrency, you can have this like plaque that has like actual coins in it with the logos and everything. That got flagged for like fake currency. Like, okay, all right, even though collectible coins is like a thing that you can choose as a category, I don't understand. Renee Ruiz, Amazon accounts ? What you mean? What are you asking me? Any product do you avoid on shops? Okay, you already said that. Or I already said that. At this point, you need FB and Fox because you have so much inventory. Exactly. Like, pretty much. I'm so deep into FB and Fox now that like I have to use them, which I guess is probably a good part on their end. But I mean, I wouldn't not use them anyway. I've never felt like, dang, I should try something else, even though people ask me, like, have you tried AutoDS and all these other things? Like, no, I haven't ever. Even though they've asked me personally, like, AutoDS has come to me and been like, yo, we will pay you. Can you please, like, review our product, all that stuff? I'm like, no, I can't, because I don't use you, and it would be fake for me to say that. Even though I might start making videos like that, I did have somebody recently reach out via email about a service that I don't actually use that I probably will make a video on because they paid me to do it. But I mean, I'll flat out say that like I was sponsored by them. Like, it's not something that is a competitor of what I currently do use, so it's just like some random thing. It's mainly for like Shopify people and all that. But how I get unsuspended? Question. I don't know. You just got to try to contact support as best you can, honestly. Omar, good question. Do you let FB and Fox automatically detect your product category? That is in that video I was talking about with the fixing the errors. Yes. I just choose auto detect on everything. Sometimes it's the wrong category because, again, it's a software. It makes mistakes just like all of them do. I don't care. YouTuber, how the F I get unsuspended? Customer support, which is a crappy answer, but that's like your only bet, is just waiting and trying to get a hold of them. All right, Business Prime, how can I get it back? I don't know. My Amazon account isn't even a Business Prime. It's a personal that got suspended. I just started a new one, so I don't know. The boys. Hey, serious question. If you're doing drop shipping on Facebook, what shipping method would you use? But so just so you know, like that, without having more information, there's two ways you could ask that question. What shipping method could mean, you're asking me like what shipping service, like USPS, UPS, FedEx. I mean, as long as you get one of those, you're good. If not, you have to use Track Taco and get a different number. But what I'm assuming you're meaning is like if you choose your own label versus choosing a prepaid label when you're listing, always choose use your own label, because that is going to ask you later when something sells, all right, mark this as shipped, upload your label or upload your tracking number. And then you can just take the tracking number from where you actually bought it and copy paste it. If you use a prepaid label, Facebook's going to give you a shipping label that is going to be the tracking number. And that's all you can use. And then you're kind of like screwed, and you have to do this thing everybody was doing a while back. You like mail thank you letters with that code so that it tracks in the system while you're actually shipping the other thing. It's like a whole mess. Always use your own shipping label. I missed the part where you mentioned shipping price. Was it $5 on everything? Yeah, I do $5 across the board currently. I've done $10 in the past. I've done $7. I've done $2. Like sometimes I customize it, but on my bulk uploader like template, all across the board, $5. Tracking Taco versus OA Genius. Richard, it's the same thing. So OA Genius actually split the tracking number thing off of their brand and rebranded the tracking number thing specifically. I've been emailing them in the last video I made about the last video I made, which was about Track Taco, was in conjunction with them. I was contacting them and talking to them about it. It's the same company. They still own it. It's all the same thing. They just took it off of the normal OA Genius name. So same thing. Even when I went to Track Taco, once I found out that it had changed, my same login logged me in and everything. Like nothing changed other than like the logo and the name on the website. All right. Wait, does Facebook have a phone number? I think they're too big for that, AC. I think they're too big for that. I mean, I'm sure they do, but not that I've gotten. I have a question for you guys. At any point watching this live, have you seen an ad pop up? Or gotten interrupted with an ad? I'd like to know. Because I don't know if these ads happen after it's done and gets posted or during your guys' wait. Like while you're actually talking to me live. I'd love to know that. Once I get my accounts back, my biggest concern is returns and price changes / out of stock. Richard, if you're using FB and Fox, you don't have to worry about that stuff. But if you are worried about that, just put your account on vacation mode or something and then check all your items before you greenlight it all back. Good. Good on the ad blocker. I don't blame you. All right. MailChimp. Yo, what are you guys talking about? You're asking for like a phone number and then MailChimp and then there's like no, yes. I mean, some of them are probably responses to what I said, but like, what's happening? Okay. Oh, I see. You know, and yes, because I asked you a question. I'm stupid. Yeah, I asked you about ads and you guys are like yes, no, whatever. But I don't know what the MailChimp exclamation point means. When I first clicked the video, I had an ad. Okay. Thanks, Richard. What tasks do you have your VAs doing for you, and how much do you pay them? So, Nathaniel, I can't remember how much I pay them because now it just gets auto-deducted out, and I don't really pay attention to it. But, no ad, sir. Thanks, Nathaniel. I will say what they do is I have two... God damn. Is it 2 or 3? I got 2 or 3 shops that they just manage, right? I've got... okay, it's 3. They manage 3, I manage 3, and then I have 2 left over because I have 8 total that just I have nothing on because I'm just like, those are in case one gets shut down, I'll just start this one up. But they're all approved, right? What they do is everything. I literally just get the deposits and I pay them once a month. And that's the arrangement we have with them. Sometimes I'll pay them like twice a month. But right now, for the last 3 months, it's just I pay them like a portion of the profit. So it's like a percentage. I'd have to look and see what that percentage is. I think it's like 20%. I can't remember. Because it's been a while. What? I need Zuckerberg's phone number because I'm down 700 and I'm going to go homeless. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Zuckerberg doesn't care, most likely, I imagine. He could care less. Especially for people like us that are like taking advantage of a system to make money that we shouldn't be making. How excited were you when you first reached $100 a day consistently? Pretty damn excited, even though sometimes I still don't make $100 a day. Every once in a while, there's a day where I make zero. But I don't cry about it that much because technically I'm still making the payouts or whatever. But, I mean, it's really nice when you get to that point. It's definitely something to reach. I mean, there's sometimes where you start to make like 800 or 1,000 a day. And that gets crazy. When that starts to happen, you get a little stretch of that. That starts to feel a little unreal. And it always blows my mind when I see people online talking about like, yeah, you know, we make about $3,000 a day, or I make about, you know, $2,000 a day. And I'm sitting there like, you're just going to casually say that? Like, what do you mean? So you're telling me there's 30 days in a month and you make $1,000 to $2,000 every single one of those days? All right. Okay. So it's one of those things which that happens. That definitely happens. It's just celebrate a little bit more. Don't just be like, yeah, who cares? You know, I make $5,000 a day, whatever. You know, let's move on. I don't even do that. Like, one, because I don't put that much effort in. Like, once you can get VAs doing crap for you and you can just, like, trust them, cool. But I still like to do stuff myself, which is usually the stuff I talk about the most. Because then I can tell you guys real things that I'm experiencing rather than just theoretical things that my VAs tell me. So, yep. All right. Another random tangent there. Do you have all 8 shops on one Facebook account? I have 3 on one, 3 on the other. So one account just handles the VA ones. One account is one of my personal ones that I have my 3 that I manage. And then the other 2 are on a separate account that I almost never even log into. But they're all ready. I will be living on the street. I tried dropshipping on Mercari and they banned me. I tried dropshipping on Shopify and I fail. Okay, sweet. Thanks, 50 over 50 and free. No during your life. Thank you. But you can't automate your spreadsheets for keeping track of sales, right? Unless you have a VA. Yeah, automating a spreadsheet is a little tough. Here's another thing. I know I kiss FB and Fox's ass a lot, but they have it to where they can keep track of your orders and export spreadsheets and all that within FB and Fox. I don't use that because I like to have my own spreadsheet. But I know I know people who do use that and they say it works just fine for what they need. So technically it can automate that part where it auto fills in that information. But sometimes I deviate from what FB and Fox says. So like I'll list a product, right? But that product might raise its price, which means my shop raises its price automatically with FB and Fox without me having to touch it. But I might, because that product raised its price, go find a different product that's cheaper, that's the same thing but a different brand, and then sell that to the customer who bought the previous one at a higher price. So in a way, FB and Fox is linking that I sold it at this price if I keep it that way. I'm sure there's a way to manage that because you can go in and just like adjust the link and price and everything manually. You can go fix all that stuff. Again, I'm a little too lazy to do that because I deviate from the system a little bit. But yeah, there's technically ways to automate that. What average profit per day? 3 Kings, you'll have to watch previously in the video. I already talked about that. Hold on. Somebody like knocked on my door and I just need to go see. You know what? Never mind. No, I won't. I will look at my doorbell camera like an American. Oh. It was a wreath that fell off my door. I'll get that later. All right. I sent my social security number to Facebook and they took my identity. Damn, anonymous YouTuber. I might have to become a drug dealer. Nice. I would say this is somebody that I know, but most of the people I know wouldn't know what dropshipping on Mercari is. So, yeah. Bet. Do you have a video showing how to set up FB and Fox to shops? Yes. Yeah, I think I have 2 of them. Most of the information that was in that one, let me see if I can just find it. Oh, and I haven't mentioned it yet in this stream, but just for you guys, if you guys want FB and Fox and you haven't signed up for it yet, I do have a coupon code that's usually in my stuff. I know that's a little like, coupon code, but it helps me out if you use my stuff, of course. I would love if you guys did, but let me find that video. Where the hell did I go? Videos, FBM Fox, this one. That's the one that has most of like the how to use the upload link and everything for bulk uploading. I just put it in the chat. How many shops do you own under the same account? Nathaniel? It's 3 on one, 3 on another, and then 2 on another account. Where were you working before dropshipping? Do you have a college degree? YouTuber. I don't have a college degree. I went to college for like 2 years and then just never finished because it wasn't for me. I wanted to go for video, and the college that I went to at the time didn't have a video program, so I just went for graphic design. Which is partially why I make my own thumbnails, even if they suck sometimes. And like I always usually design most of my own stuff. And yep, I currently, and before this, I own a videography business with a friend of mine. So we shoot like weddings and do videos for businesses around town and companies, like bigger companies and smaller companies. And that's like that's my actual like job or like business that I own, and I do this drop shipping as a side hustle, and I started talking about it on YouTube as another side hustle. I will tell you, the YouTube thing is way cool. So I'm actually going to probably also, I don't know if I'll start a whole other account or if I will just transition or just do a dual kind of topic channel, which probably isn't smart. But I'm also just trying to talk about being like doing better on YouTube and doing that kind of stuff. And I'll probably even make a course about how to do YouTube as well. But for now, I'm just doing this, man. A long time ago, I used to work at Sprint, though, for like 7 years, if you care. But I left to start my own business. So, all right. Very informative, man. Thanks. We don't deserve this for free. Richard, you're the best. Thank you. How many shops? Okay. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, we'll probably cut this off, guys. We're at an hour and 22 minutes. I appreciate all the questions and everything. And I'm just going to abruptly stop. I will see you next time. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.